Kawhi Leonard trade rumors. Lakers, perhaps. The Spurs, Greg Popovich and R.C. Buford are worried that Kawhi Leonard's camp has ulterior motives to force a move to a larger market. They mentioned Philadelphia. He'd be a great fit there. And they mentioned Los Angeles. He would be a great fit there. Now, from the beginning, my take has been this on Kawhi Leonard. He is reclusive. He's a bright kid, but he's nonverbal. He's not flashy. He doesn't seek attention. He needs to be treated differently because Kawhi Leonard, not all people and not all superstars in the NBA are the same. He is reclusive and reluctant and quiet and not overly verbal. Yet San Antonio has largely treated him like they've treated every superstar, and he is not. Some athletes need to be pushed. Some athletes need to be confronted. Some need to be hugged. I believe that Kawhi Leonard is just different, just like people in the cubicle 5 feet down from you. He's different. Not bad different, not good different. He's different. Now, in the NBA, he is so nonverbal, it is sort of odd for a superstar. Most of our superstars are tough like Kobe and MJ. They're communal like Magic or LeBron. They're flashy like Dr. J. They've got their own kind of skill set like James Harden. They're rarely quiet. You don't notice him in a room. Sometimes you don't notice him in a game. But he is arguably the best two-way player in the NBA, and I believe he's a perfect fit in not only Philadelphia, but the Lakers. I think LeBron could overpower the Laker franchise if he arrived. I think Kawhi Leonard would fit in nicely, not seeking attention or the ball unless it was time for it. I want to bring on somebody who played for the Spurs and knows the Spurs and has been critical of the Spurs, which is what I love about him. Stephen Jackson now joins us on the show today. The Spurs, according to stories, are worried that Kawhi Leonard's camp has ulterior motives. You, from the very beginning, did not like the way they treated him.
No, because Ginobili's been hurt. Tony Parker's been hurt. They didn't go in the media and go after him. Why Kawhi? Because they need him? Because they didn't want to have a season where they're knocked out in the first round? It is what it is. I mean, they handled it different than they've ever handled any other star on their team. And this is the first superstar that Pop can't control. So now y'all seeing what goes on in San Antonio.
You have said, and you like Pop.
I love Pop. Okay, you never heard me say one thing bad about Pop.
No. You are a devotee of Pop. You love Pop.
Yes.
But you think he kind of whiffed on this one.
Well, he handled a situation with me before wrong, so I know.
Okay, tell me what about that?
I can't remember if it was my first or second year when I went back to San Antonio. It was my second year, and right before the playoffs, he asked me to admit to the team that Ginobili and Danny Green were better than me. He pulled me aside after practice. I just had a great practice. The team I was on, we won the scrimmage. I was talking trash to the other team. You know, I had a great practice, and I was feeling good. He called me and asked me to do that. And one thing about Pop, he's one of the smartest people I've ever met. Before he asked me that question, he knew what my response was going to be because coming to find out, they had Tracy McGrady already coming in. They had already talked to Tracy McGrady. So he knew my response was going to be, Pop, get the F out of here.
Right.
You know what? You know I'm not saying nobody's better than me. Tell him to prove it when I know I'm better. It went south, and I was cut right for the playoffs where I couldn't sign with another team.
And you still love him.
And I still love him to death.
Okay, so what you're basically saying is, and this is my takeaway, is that everybody's different, man. Your background, my background. Kawhi Leonard
is different.
He's a different cat, man. He's not Magic. He doesn't want to light the room up. He's not MJ. He doesn't want to shoe deals and business. And it's just not the way he operates. I honestly believe he is going to be a Laker. I believe that strongly. And I think my gut feeling is, first of all, San Antonio's not a max money. They don't give people max money, right? They even asked Duncan to take cuts.
Right.
They're not going to pay a guy off an injury like that, who they're kind of worried about. They're not going to pay him max money.
Well, you got to remember, I think everybody's forgetting this. Kawhi has another year under contract. So if Pop wants to, I'll make you sit in your misery. I'll make you sit here for a year.
Well, then.
You know what I mean? And work it out. And if I decide to pay you, after that I can. Pop can fix the situation. One thing I do know, Pop can't fix the situation because Kawhi wants to win. He don't want to go nowhere where he's going to be sorry and he's going to lose. Kawhi wants to go down as one of the best players on both ends of the court of all time. So he's focused on that, and he loves to win. He ain't one of those guys that want to talk about winning or talk about the game. He just want to go out there and prove it.
Okay, Toronto, the baby dinosaurs. LeBron didn't play well. Toronto's at home. Toronto was rested. Toronto had a double-digit lead in the third quarter. They had a double-digit lead, Stephen, in the fourth quarter, and they couldn't close it.
Right.
Come on now, man. I can't watch that and take them seriously, Stephen. The series, to me, feels over.
You know, it sucks because I'm not surprised. They've been a great regular season team for the last 2 or 3 years.
Yes, they have.
And me personally, I'm getting slapped because I was the first one to say DeRozan's going to have a breakout series. He's going to show that this year he can close and finish games. I admit I was totally wrong. They let me down last night. They had a big lead. They at home. There's no way they were supposed to lose this game. But this is the flip side, Colin. This is the Eastern Conference should be mad at Toronto and Indiana. Let me tell you why. Indiana had Cleveland beat in that first round.
They had LeBron on the ropes in Game 4.
Had him beat. Toronto had this game won. What they're doing now is they're giving Cleveland these games by beating themselves, and you giving the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron is already out of his world. Now you giving guys like J.R. Smith, Kevin Love. They starting to get in their rhythm.
Jeff Green.
Next thing you know, Cleveland gonna be in the finals again.
No, listen, we were talking about that.
You know.
You listen, man. You don't get LeBron on the ropes very often.
Right.
Okay, he has been on the ropes. Last night, that's as bad as LeBron shoots.
Right. But he still gets a triple-double.
Okay, let's shift to this.
He still gets a triple-double.
I remember when there was the malice in the palace. And
yes.
I can remember being at ESPN, and I defended the players. Mm-hmm. And I got a lot of crap for this. And I said, listen, they went and found out later that a lot of those fans in Detroit had rap sheets. These were not good guys that were throwing stuff at players.
Chairs, bottles.
Like bad people. And I always said, listen, if I'm a player in an arena, I'm going to give the player the benefit of the doubt, because if I was a player in 18,000 people and you went nuts.
It's just 15 of us.
It's scary. So I said, I brought Ron Artest on this show 10 times. And that's why I bring you on this show. Mm-hmm. I thought the malice in the palace was unfair labeling to players. Mm-hmm. That arena was hostile.
Right.
It was a hostile arena. Now, I also like tough guys.
Right.
Okay, last night, Draymond's getting all crazy. So all I ever hear about, now this is Westbrook. I don't want the Draymond tape. Mm-hmm. All I ever hear about is Draymond Green. Mm-hmm. And Draymond Green's crazy and he kicks guys. Isn't that what we loved about 90s NBA? Isn't Draymond Green exactly what your era of NBA was?
Draymond is a way more athletic version of me. I think the only thing I did better than Draymond was shoot better. He handles the ball. He passed the ball just as well as I did. It's not intentional with Draymond. I understand it. I love this game. I'm playing this game with a passion. My passion, you might not understand. You know, this game is everything to me. This game has changed me. I'm going to play this game, put my life on the line, put my body on the line every night. And if I have to fight to win, I am willing to do that. And that is Draymond's mindset. I love it. That was my mindset.
You know, if you go look, I don't know his backstory, but Draymond, to me, a second-round pick, the reason he's in the NBA is this. He's a fighter. He's been fighting his whole life. He wasn't a five-star recruit. He couldn't shoot. He was a less skilled guy who out-muscled, out-toughed, and out-worked guy. To a large degree, Stephen, you didn't have the perfect path. Didn't you go to a JC?
I went to junior college for a week.
And then you said, this is not for me.
Broke both of my feet before I made it to the NBA.
Okay, so the reason you're so damn feisty is because your path created that.
Exactly. I had to earn it.
And so like when everybody bangs on Draymond Green, I'm like, folks, what Draymond Green is what the NBA was in the 90s. A lot of guys who had a different path, didn't go to Duke, didn't go to... No, man, they had to fight junior college. They were second-round guys. I think Draymond Green, I'll be honest with you, he's why I think they beat Houston.
Well, you know, Steve Kerr, you see, LeBron tried to dunk on me, and I slammed him to the ground. LeBron's my guy, but back then, you know, I'm trying to win. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to win, bro. I'm trying to win. I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to win. I'm willing to fight and do whatever. But Draymond, everybody's not going to understand Draymond. And I heard Steve Kerr and I heard Greg Popovich said this. Every team needs a Steven Jackson. Every team needs a Draymond.
Absolutely.
And I agree with that. I agree with that totally.
Yeah. Now, sometimes you were a little out there.
No. Sometimes I'm too loyal. I'm loyal to a fault. But I'd rather be loyal to a fault than not loyal at all.
That's a good way to say it. Did you hear that, Tui? Loyal to a fault.
Scared to death, this guy. He knows it.
That's my guy, man.
Good seeing you, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.